welcome to my channel. My name is Sammy and this is my January wrap-up. Let's go. First wrap-up of the year. I'm ecstatic. Okay, so the first book I read in the month of January is The Murder at the Vicarage by Agatha Christie. Yeah. So this is the first book in the Miss Marple series of Agatha Christie. So one of my reading goals for this year is to try more different series within Agatha Christie's writing because I've been obsessed with Poirot, which he'll always have. Oh, my cat's jingling. I really wanted to try out Miss Marple this year and see how I vibe with her. I really enjoyed this book. It was definitely she's much different than Poirot, but I really had a great time. Very interesting. Also, I loved she does it in a lot of her books, but let me try to find one. In some of her books, she will put maps. I know for sure Murder on the Orient Express has a layout of the train and who's in which cabin, you know. So I think that's really helps. I'm a visual learner. So that really helps me. If I can just find one in here. She just drew the layout of the vicarage. So where the murder happened. Bless you. Let me try to find one. Oh, here we go. Can you see that? So I think that's so cool and it helps me figure out because you're trying to figure out oh, his alibi, he was there. Did he have enough time to sneak in and murder the guy? I rated this a 4-star. I had a great time. Very interesting. Obviously, these were written many years ago, so there is some way people talk or certain things that you're that's not good. But you kind of have to go past it. You gotta look aside because written at a different time. Still incredible mystery. Really enjoyed. Excited to read more of the Miss Marple series. Excited. Next. So the next book I read in the month of January is Today, Tonight, Tomorrow by Rachel and Solomon. I remember seeing this book. I actually got this through Libby from my library. I checked it out from there and I just needed a good romance. I felt like it was starting the new year and I just needed some romance. So this book, I remember seeing it all over social media and stuff. I kept seeing it and I was like, finally I want to try it out because every time I was going to read it, it was already checked out. So I finally got it. So this is actually very interesting. Is this whole book only spans one day? I feel like it. I'm pretty sure it only takes place in one day. And it's this girl's Rowan, I think is her name. Rowan and Neil are the characters. So Rowan and Neil's last day of senior year. And they have always been academic competitors or enemies, and so they're trying to get valedictorian and all this stuff. And then also Rowan starts realizing that she kind of wasted her senior year or her high school experience. There's so many things I didn't get to do because I was competing with Neil, and yeah, she's just feeling very melancholy. She's feeling kind of down. And then they have every year for the seniors, they have this assassin game or something I've never played. I never heard of it. Scavenger hunt thing. And so you kind of go through and you kill people to get to the end to win a money prize, which was insane. And yeah, so basically Rowan and Neil team up and maybe find out they don't hate each other as much as they thought. Also, it was based in Seattle and I've never been. And I found it very interesting to learn about all the different places they went to and learn more about it. And also, it ends on a huge cliffhanger. Not really a spoiler, but ends on a huge cliffhanger. I found out there's a second book coming out for them. So now I'm going to have to read that. I enjoyed it. It was definitely different than what I thought it was going to be. And it was crazy that it was only one day. But I rated it 4 stars. Solid. Gave me the feels. Really liked the couple and I thought it was very interesting concept. Next. So the next book I read from the month of January is actually for my library's reading challenge, and this month was supposed to read a book in honor of Holocaust Remembrance Day. So I chose The Nightingale by Kristen Hanna. So this book is based in France, 1939, and it is a story of 2 sisters during that time. That's all I'm going to say on this. The St. Lawrence Press book, and I believe the boycott is still going on, so that's all I'm going to say. I rated this 4 stars as well. Really enjoyed it. Very, very sad. If you're gonna read this, get a box of Kleenex. Okay, next book I read is Betting on You by Lynn Painter. I've had this book on hold at the library since it came out. I love this book. I loved it. And Lynn Painter does no wrong. Every book. It does not, you know, it didn't reach a level better than movies, but it was still good. So this one follows, what's their names? Always forget their names. Bailey and Charlie. So this one was really interesting because it is YA romance. And this follows Bailey and Charlie. And they actually meet on a plane like years before. It didn't really vibe. Then years later they wound up working at the same job together. Yeah, and it's actually very interesting. It talks really in depth about kids of divorce. I grew up with a lot of my friends who were divorced kids, and I obviously knew they struggled with it and it was difficult, but like I never knew firsthand. And this was very interesting to read about. I've never read a book talking about divorce kids and how the kids are affected. And yeah, I really love this couple. Definitely, I feel like number 2, like better than the movies, better than you. I really enjoyed it. So stinking cute. And I love that the girl had glasses. We need glasses representation in books. Thank you. Yeah, I really enjoyed it. I like sped through it because it was so, Lynn Painter is like the short chapters, big font. You could just like fly through it. I rated that also a 4 stars. This was a 4-star month. Just good, solid books. Had a great time. Highly recommend go read it. So the last book I read of January is actually also St. Martin's Press, so I won't go too in depth with it because of boycott. It is Ruthless Vows by Rebecca Ross. It's the second book in the Letters of Enchantment series, aka Divine Rivals. All I have to say is side note, I really want a typewriter. I don't know what I would do with it, but I really want a typewriter from this book. I want the noise. Okay. So I believe that's all the books I read in the month of January. Let me know down below. Comment down below what was your favorite book you read of the month. I'd be so excited to hear that. I feel like if I had to choose which one was my favorite, honestly, I think I would say The Murder at the Vicarage because I was really excited to read a Miss Marple book and I really enjoyed this. Definitely not as much as Peril because but really enjoyed it. I think that was really fun to read about. And then just a little side thing at the end, I want to talk about the current book I'm reading. I'm definitely not going to finish it in January, so it's going to be my first February read, so you get a sneak peek. I'm halfway through this book and I'm already obsessed. So this is my current read of Fragile Enchantment by Alison Saft. I don't know how to say it, I'm so sorry. Like, look at this cover. I want her hair. Look how long it is and the braid and the... I'm obsessed. Also, do you see my crocheted bookmark I made? It's a sprout. It like... It's a sprout. Whatever. I cannot tell you how obsessed I am with this book already. It is a YA fantasy, like a magical town, and some people have magic, but not everyone. But then it's during Regency times, like Bridgerton. A lot of the things I think she did take from Bridgerton. A lot of things. For a second, I'm like, am I reading a Bridgerton book? No. But this chick, literally, what's her name? It's, you know, it's fantasy, so I don't know how to say it. It's Niamh. My best guess is Niam. That's my best guess. They really need to put like pronunciation pages because I don't know. Niam has magical powers that allow her to like put feeling and emotion and memories into embroidery. So she like sews and she creates dresses, and so when she does that, the person who's wearing it feels that magic and also can like have other people feel it. So if, like, she puts calmness and relaxation and happy memories into a dress, that person who wears it feels it, but also the others who pass that person feels it too. It's really interesting. And also there's a prince. Oh, hey Rue. There's a prince. I landed off at a huge good point that after I finish this, filming this, I will be getting back to reading this because I'm obsessed. And please, Allison, if you have any more books like this coming out, let me know. Send it to me because I will read it because I'm obsessed. This is what the kind of fantasy I like. I like magic. I think I like magic more than like wars. You know, for having to like fight the bad guy. I like this when it's just like we got magic. We got, you know, royalty. Fancy dresses, balls, Rue. Can you stop jingling? So yeah, I'm halfway through, but I'm definitely going to finish it in February. And I'm very excited. Please go read this if you haven't. Haven't even heard of it? Psh, it literally came out this month. Obsessed. Also from the library. Last time I went to the library to pick up this book, I got the receipt. And it said this one. I never said this before, and I have to read this. So it says from this book. It says, you just saved $20 by using your library with this book. Saves $20. Boom. You have saved $321.91 this past year. And $685.78 since you began using the library. Thank you. I've saved almost $700 since using the library. That's insane. People, support your local library. That's the message that I'm giving right now. Okay, I think that's it. I want to get back to reading my book, so I'm going to wrap this up. Good month, good reading month. I read 5 books. It's a pretty good reading month for me. 5 is pretty good. Yeah, and excited to see what I read next month. Thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe. It means so much to me. If you hear my cat playing in the background, please ignore it. And if you want to give a like for Rue, give me a like for Rue because he's a maniac playing over there. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye. Rue, what are you doing? You playing with your toy? You have a toy on the. I have a toy on the hanging on the door. Oh, you see him? There he is. I have a door. It's like a door hanger toy, and he hasn't really played with it. I'm trying to get him to figure it out. But isn't this pretty? And look at the brooch. Look at that. Don't they look like that Mexican bread? Like conchas or something like that. What's that bread? Oh, so pretty. It got little pockets too. I love this. My sister got me this thing. Get back. I feel like Umbridge from Harry Potter. Okay.